Hello, lacrosse friends. Welcome back to the 2026 Aleš Hřebeský Memorial in the little slice of heaven they call LCC Radotín. Great matchup here between Frog Pond Maulers and the Turku Titans. I am Stephen Stamp, joined by Jane Lee Whitehead.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm very well. How are you?
Not too bad. You're just running a door for the London Knights as
I
they
was
found
indeed.
out just how good this Gold Star Tel Aviv club that's here this year is.
I know.
Tanner Cook is a monster. Came fresh off an LL goal scoring title. And there's the first goal of the game for the Frog Pond Maulers. Nice finish by Dylan Martin, young player who is making waves and gaining attention for plays like this. Gets Lauri Usatalo leaping up in the air. Usatalo actually jumping off the floor, going with that high fake. Then Martin comes back down low. He was playing in the Traditions Cup for the Akwesasne Club 24, Akwesasne 20 Club 24 Heat. As they won the championship, he is a guy who's getting some attention as a talented young righty. And now Finland's Turku Titans will try to come back. Altinen over to Altinen, that's Jarno. That's so it was Jarno Altinen taking the shot after he took a pass from Juho Altinen. And here come the Frog Pond Maulers again. These are some slick looking jerseys that the Maulers have this year. And the classics from the Titans, the barber pole style. I love the 3-color stripes. Up at the top is Wayne Van Every. He handed it off there and quickly moves it on. Trying to spin and make something happen. They go back to Van Every, but it pops loose. He puts a big check to Nancy Caselmi, but Caselmi runs through it, makes his way through. Great overhead corkscrew check, though, from Wayne Van Every, who's just a wrecking ball on the floor already.
Yeah, already making its impact there. Just a quick turnover, and it looks like the Maulers have control of it quite early on in this first half. Of course, we're playing two halves here at AHM, trying to get through to the round robin pool place. And another shot from the Maulers.
A little bit closer to you. Just 'cause you're, there we go. That looks lovely.
Yep, still trying to just start our tech equipment here early on today.
Yeah. First game, I've had you up in the booth. Excited this year, of course.
Yep.
You had plenty last year. You're going to hop in whenever you feel like it during the tournament, right? And do some games.
I will try.
Maybe bring Albie in with you to do some games. Robert Reitla to Simo Teperi. And that's a nice save by Brenner Jacobs between the pipes for the Frog Pond Maulers. That is not going to be a penalty. Oh, yeah. Right down below us. With the check from behind. I could only see the other two refs, but that looks like a fairly clear penalty to me.
Maulers being really physical, of course, to start the game, and Titans, they've, coming off the back of E-Box as well, 4 really tough games for the Finns. Just 2 days rest for the lads, and here they go
Long
again.
bench, though, for the Titans. They've had at times over the years, not all the players you would want in terms of a full roster. They have a ton this year. Head coach Tracy Koloski saying, I'm still getting used to some of these guys, but it's great because I think that's the key for Finland is they need more young players. They've got this core of guys who have been real central for the team for years, going all the way back to the 2017 European box-lacrosse championships that they hosted. But they've had to build. I mean, you look at guys like Rope Jokela, they're playing a defensive shift number 50, is one of their top all-time scorers. Here's a wide open look. Skylar Thomas buries that one. You can't leave him alone out front. He is far too dangerous. He puts that one home to make it 2-0.
Yeah, lovely finish. And the Titans had a nice early leak, hoping that they would get quick possession. Jokela going all the way back to leak early, but
yeah, you can see what that left as the defense just splits to the two sides, wide open for Skylar Thomas. He's one of the most exciting young players you will see on a lacrosse floor. He will fly around. Nancy Caselmi trying to fight through there. Oh, they find Robert Reitla, scores, beautiful finish. Mentioned Rope Jokela as an all-time leader. Robert Reitla, the other of that dynamic 1-2 punch for Finland, and he gets the Turku Titans on the board.
Lovely backdoor cut there to get the Titans on the board. And really well played shot there as well. And just Maulers just getting caught on that side, just watching the ball. And very sneaky off the back there.
Robert Reitele is sneaky. He was actually sick last week during the E-box. Didn't play, but was around for the whole week and was gradually getting better. Said, yeah, I'll be okay for the Hřebeský, but he just wasn't ready to go. But he looks pretty good early on here, looking at full strength as they pull within 1 goal.
Squire, so deceptive.
What a bouncer there. That was Nolo Squire. Oh, Galiwa Nolo Squire, that is gorgeous. And those bounce shots outside, the bounce outside the crease, so tricky for goalies.
Right. I think he was so wriggly there. We weren't sure whether his hands would be free in time, but just a quick turn. And again, another well-placed shot for the Maulers.
There's a ton of talent on this Frog Pond team, and they are going to score some goals. They've got 3 in the first 6 minutes of this game. Robert Reitele. So we've seen Jokela and Reitele both going back for defensive shifts, then heading up into the offensive zone. Reitele is heading off. Is he actually playing defense? You will see. Simo Teperi tried to make that pass through, couldn't quite connect though. Fighting out of the corner, and Juho Altonen is just running out of time, real estate, and balance, and he'll turn the ball over. Oakley Thomas makes that pass ahead. Thomas, one of many of these Frog Pond Maulers players who have played or are playing in the NLL. There's Danton Miller, an NLL pick, who took a big hit from Tuomas Tilkinen. He told me to stop talking about how I didn't like his stick 9 years ago in the Euros.
Still remembers?
Well, I brought it up during the E-box. It was a long time ago, and his stick now looks absolutely lovely. He is such a central player for the Finnish program. Nice save there on Nolo Squire. Lauri Usitalo, who was fantastic in the E-box, gets it out to Swantausta. Risto Swantausta leaves it there for Reitele, and there he is in the offensive zone where we're so used to him. We haven't seen these guys. Jokela with that shot, taking the pass from Reitele, and some of these Jarno Altonen, some of these guys have been key contributors since the 2015 Worlds in Onondaga. And so it's great to see so many young Finns populating the bench. But there's a lot of learning to do, a big growth curve at the international game. Nice chance there, driving by Peter Rinnick. He went through the crease, so he can't go play it. But they do pick it up. Reitele has it. He'll reach around Bomberry, Adam Bomberry, who was, I'll tell you, at one point a few years ago, one of the best defenders in the National Lacrosse League. Right. He is so good, so steady, so smart. This is a roster that they've put together. There's Skylar Thomas with Anssi Kaselmi kind of water skiing off the back of him, still gets to the crease and dives across to bury that one.
Yeah, just got some space now on that underneath, and again another very wriggly play from the Maulers. They were really gritty on ball, and just too much room on the underneath, and Usitalo just getting faked out. I think he threw about 3 or 4 fakes in there before.
Oh yeah, that's Skylar Thomas's move. Nice shot by Oakley Thomas. Skylar Thomas in the PBLA, the professional league that started up a few years ago, mostly out of upstate New York, and a team in Trenton and some in the south, like Carolinas and that. But he was playing, and but the rule there was you could, instead of a minor penalty, if the other team took a penalty, you could have a penalty shot instead of the power play. And he would just go in and terrorize goaltenders with penalty shots, basically with that move where he'd dive across, go back, fully twisting back across to the near pipe. But then as soon as the goalie started to hang back a little, he'd just go far side. He would score literally, because you could do it twice per half, once per quarter, and he would literally score 2 or 3 power play or penalty shot goals per game. He and a couple other guys. Owen Hill was fantastic at it, but We did change the rule pretty quickly to 1 per half instead of 1 per quarter because it was just getting to be too much. I like the idea though. It was a fun little wrinkle to the rules. Here's a spinning move and ducky underneath. Great effort and a goal there by Nolo Squire.
Again, getting underneath, but that came from a forecheck from, that was, I believe, Whitlow on this off-bench side, just making that turnover and just swinging that ball early. And again, getting underneath, and Usitalo facing these shots really close up, and nothing he can really do about that. And let's see if the Finns can try and keep them from going underneath. Oh, he did get a piece of it.
He did. It got in before he landed in the crease, right?
Right.
I think. But I mean that's Henrik Harala, a veteran and very solid Finn defender. That Nolo Squire just so quick up into the offensive zone now. That is the number 71 today, Yuri Karvinen, because his number didn't arrive, or he had his jersey. It's, I think, maybe back in the hotel. I'm not sure. He didn't seem to want to talk about it much, but he's wearing the adjusted 71. As
it's good use of tape for the jersey instead today.
He's wearing Yuri Karvinen's jersey. Karvinen not playing today. Brian Rice rips it across. Oh, drive into the net. Nolo Squire yet again. Outlet pass though, Swantowska. But Frog Pond, good job being responsible, getting some players to the bench, and they're getting their defense out. High pass, caught by Yimi Viren. Hits Rope Jokela. Altonen looking for a drive to the net. He's going to be turned aside. Jarno Altonen is heading for a change. They're late in the shot clock. Brenner Jacobs makes that stop and corrals it before Rope Jokela can get there. 3 minutes to go in the first of two 15-minute running time halves. It is 2 minutes stop time in the final 2 minutes of the second half. Tomasz Jacek, number 18 for the Maulers, one of a few Czech players they've picked up to fill out the roster. That's off the shoulder of Usitalo, and it will be a fresh 30 in possession for the Maulers. Frog Pond back. I believe this is the second year they've been back here in the tournament. We're pretty excited to be back and among things, and very competitive club. Pass all the way across to Squire. He'll shovel one back, and that is a rip there. What a rocket.
You're great moving by the righties there to occupy all of the Finns on the inside. We had a first cut, and that was just a really nice pick and roll off.
I think Turku's just having a little trouble adjusting to the quickness of the movement of the feet and the movement of the ball, the spacing. That was Dylan Martin burying that one.
Yeah, Maulers looking very fresh. They seem like, I mean, this is their first game, of course, but they're looking very quick.
Yeah, I talked to some of them. I was saying, how you feeling? Are you ready? And they're like, we're still getting over the travel, but
yeah. Oh,
there's a nice one from distance by Peter Rinnick.
So that's two on the board for the Titans, just shot over the shoulder. I'm not really sure if the keeper had much time to see that.
That can be a little tricky. You can see the shadows playing there. It's very sunny today. That is perfectly placed, a little in off the post.
Post, yeah.
Just by the hip of Brenner Jacobs. Brenner Jacobs, who along with Brendan Bomberry produced a terrific game about the history of lacrosse. Just an awesome piece of work. Actually did a documentary film with the two of them about the creation of that book. They were going around, it's a while ago now, isn't it? Wasn't it in Langley in 2019? He was interviewing people.
A while ago, yeah.
All kinds of stories. What's that?
How time flies.
It does. And Every quickly back to Skylar Thomas, looking for the hat trick already. He was stopped. And really nicely played there by Jonas Sundman. But there's just too much pressure. Usitalo, that's a great pick. 10 seconds will run out, but I love the pick from Usitalo. Behind the back attempt, Wes Whitlow.
And that was a lovely save from Usitalo.
Was. And that will be the end of the first half. Wes Whitlow was on the Arena Lacrosse League All-Star team that I put together for IL Indoor a little while ago. What a great season he had as the Six Nations Snipers won that All-Cup championship. But this has been a tremendous performance for the Frog Pond Maulers, and it feels like the Titans don't quite know what hit them.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they expected the pace to be this quick. You would have assumed that they would have. Probably not the first time that these guys have come up against each other, but Maulers really applying that pressure really early on in that transition, and I think the Titans looking like they're struggling a little bit to get that ball up safely and very quickly. Now with the long bench, let's see if the Maulers get one over them in the transition, but 4 up, 15 minutes of play, and the Maulers have really gone out hard.
They have. The Turku Titans, Tracy Koluski was saying, it's great having this long bench. He said, man, we have to scratch 4 people for the games.
Oh, they're actually scratching people.
They have so many. They have to actually make scratches to meet the requirements, how many you're allowed to have. But with that comes a lot of new people. The coaches are getting to learn. The players are getting to know each other better. They haven't had the chances to play together as much as some of the Finnish teams have in the past. And you can see maybe a little bit of that break in communications occasionally.
Do you know how much of them overlap from the squad that they had a couple of days ago?
A lot. Most of the guys who played last week are here, I think. And then they've got some more players added on, is the sense that I've got. I haven't gone through and broken down the exact breakdown, but yeah, it's quite a few guys, but still there's a whole bunch of youth, which is, again, great to see, right? That's what Finland's needed. Next up, we're actually going to have LC Custodes and the German Shepherds, which will be a fascinating matchup as well. Short-looking list for the Shepherds.
Well, I'm not sure whether the German Shepherds are looking short or the Custodes are looking.
Yeah, there's a lot of Custodes. That'll be an interesting one. Custodes obviously on a bit of a, not revenge tour, but looking for some redemption this year after finishing 6th, the lowest they've ever finished in their home tournament. And it's just getting so competitive. I mean, they lost a 1-goal quarterfinal last year. A very good game that could have gone either way, and there you have it. That's it. You can't finish higher than 5th. They wound up losing the 5th place game. Robert Raitala has possession for the Titans off the opening draw of the second half. Again, 15 minutes running time. We will have 2 minutes of stop time at the end of this half. Raitala drives underneath, great play, but pings it off the post and it comes back out. Battle for the rebound. Looks like the Maulers will come away with it right underneath us. But Joachim Miller racing back. Joachim Miller actually played in the NLL for the Philadelphia Wings when Tracy Koluski was the head coach. There's a chance on the run. And there's a penalty coming now to the Maulers. So Usitalo sprints over to the bench. Boy, he moves well wearing that gear. It's hard to believe how fast he can go. Jokela thought about leaving it for Altonen. Now he kind of flips it past Altonen. Aaron Sky's going to get over on him. Behind the back attempt, and they were going to try for a dive, and the pass didn't quite get there. They're going to run out of time on the 30. So the 6-on-5 will end, but they will go to the power play as Wayne Van Every taking a goalie interference call for checking on Usitalo while he was in the crease.
Yeah. And I thought that Titans would have had loads of time. I mean, they did have loads of time because goalie Usitalo recognized that very early and was on his way to the bench very early on. But a couple of just stick errors, really. I think they were trying to zip that pass a little bit rushed. But they will get another chance with their, I think, the first power play of the game.
They hit the cutting Jokela. He can't quite catch it. Altonen goes in to try and get it, but Maulers all over, and it is picked up, though, by Roope Jokela. Goes behind the net, flips it out to Altonen. Oh, nice shot. Peter Riddick has been really shooting the lights out with a couple of these goals for the Titans.
Yeah, they really took advantage of Titans coming up with the possession. Maybe the defense called out slightly out of position. They, of course, are kind of playing 4v3 as well, so loads of space, loads of time to shoot.
Yeah, you can see on that replay the one Mauler up over center and leaking out. And left them pretty short, and the Titans take advantage of it. But that is beautiful shooting. And Peter Runick is another. He's one of the guys I'm not really very familiar with. I don't know if you know much about him. But, I haven't had a chance to see him play before. Boy, he's certainly impressing with his shooting. Squire thought about it, or at least wanted them to think he was thinking about it. Tristan Garlow takes that pass. He's up for an offensive shift. Feeds Whitlow, slipped a bit. So with the sun out, this floor's been drying out. There was a fair bit of rain for a couple of days during the E-box. The sun is helping, but that left corner, to our left, down in the corner, that's where most of the shade is early in the first half of the day, and that's the part people are saying is still a little bit slick.
So have they laid new turf, or is that
yes,
a rumor?
This is a new turf that went in October.
Brand new turf.
Yeah, people are loving it. It's a bit more grippy, they're saying. Nice shot by Reitela, but Jacobs with the stop. Yemi Viren over to the far side.
Oh, Miller open on a lovely pick and roll, but not able to find him, and there's another shot from the Titans, and that is a reset, but more or less coming up with that.
Yemi Viren was in digging for it, but Brenner Jacobs came away with it. Here's Jacek. Trying to see who that, there's a 12 or 72. There's a penalty coming in the middle of the floor.
Yeah, I want to see the replay of that. I think I missed that. I'm not sure if you saw that.
I didn't. I was trying to see who that player was, so we'll have to see the replay.
Looks like Miller hobbling off.
Oh, yeah, that could be cross-check, could be a number of things. Yeah, is it a major or a minor? It's a minor.
Minor.
For Henrik Harala. So the last thing you want to do is give the Frog Pond Maulers more space and a man advantage. But here's a chance on the run. Oh, nice save, Brenner Jacobs. So that hustle.
Yeah, did that come with the post or Jacobs? Not quite sure, but either way.
I'm not sure. It came out pretty quick, so maybe it was the post.
Yeah.
Trying to see if that was Marcus Matala wearing the 71. He's another one of the all-time Finnish greats. Rope Jokela still battling to try and kill time and doing a very effective job of it. Tries to get a shot off in the last couple seconds, just a bit wide, but that will take care of most of that power play. Mike McLaughlin just won a championship in the Arena League with the Six Nations Snipers. Oh, nice ball movement. It just got away from Van Every, though. And Joachim Miller is looking for the man off the bench. Has Reitela, just gets away from him. Reitela can go get it back. He's going to dive and score. Robert Reitela would not be denied. And the Titans are closing this one up.
Real heads-up play by Miller there. Just so aware of that clock and just hit that leak. And great grit as well to hunt that ball down.
I mean, the pass didn't quite connect, but Reitela, as it was just past Brenner Jacobs, I think at this point he's probably wishing he just stayed in his net. Let Robert Reitela go get that ball. But open cage, yawning for Robert Reitela, but the athletic move to dive out. And we've got ourselves a 2-goal game. Brenner Jacobs lays that one. Go ahead.
Titans came out really hard in the second half, and actually Maulers not looking as pressuring as they did in the first half.
Yeah, certainly the Titans have kind of weathered the storm and trying to battle back now. You don't want to give up that lead. That's not going to be a holding call. Kalimanolo Squire's a little surprised. He felt he was being held. Turned over, though. Skylar Thomas just loses that one. Bouncer saved by Usitalo. Rasmus Tenho will get it.
Oh, yeah,
oh no, he won't.
Back.
Squire went in and picked that one away. We have to look up on the screen. That's a tough one for us to see right down in the corner underneath the booth. Oh, nice pass forward by Henrik Harala. Oh, but Tenho just couldn't find it. It turns into a turnover the other way. Gliwanolo Squire. Good save by Usitalo. And then Usitalo will pounce on that rebound. Halfway through the second half, 6-4, the Frog Pond Maulers lead. This whole gold group is so competitive. There's a ton of talent. So many people saying it's the most competitive, most talent that they've ever seen in this tournament. We're going to have a roughing call against the Maulers as Usitalo once again sprinting over to the bench. This one will be on Dylan Martin.
Yeah, so Stamp, a lot of new teams coming in this year as well.
Yes. Some very talented new teams, and some of the silver grouping, the Nepean Knights, the St. Catharines Saints. Oh, that one may have just hit Rinnick as he stood behind the net. There was a reset. I don't see an official counting on the floor, so it must have been actually off of Jacobs. Yokel is going to fire it. Yeah, I can hear somebody saying no reset. I didn't think it ever hit the goalie, but doesn't matter. Here goes Brian Rice. Oh, tried to shoot on the off step as he was being chased down, but Brian Rice was the first overall pick back in the day in the Ontario Junior Lacrosse League. And then I remember him telling me he didn't really play there. He said, I had some growing up to do. And he is a fine man and a terrific player, great speed. You can play him either end of the floor you want. There's Jokela behind the back. Altonen couldn't catch it. We've got 7 left on the shot clock. 5. Jokela bounces one and then races after the rebound and will get possession. Maybe. It's going to pop up and onto the roof right beside us. I guess that's a couple of years now this roof has been over the stands.
Yeah.
What a difference it's made. That ball popped, bounced right along. You can see it right out the window there.
Yeah, that's gone down the road.
There is a new structure at the end of the window the end of the stands to our right. It's the VIP section. There's a building where they have there's a bar basically connected to the beer stage, and then there's a couple of doors for the grill where the food is served. Have you been there yet?
Yeah,
Have they got it going?
Yeah, I haven't actually been up to that roof yet of the VIP
me neither.
section.
I don't know if I'm allowed.
Well, I was just about to say.
Do we get to go?
I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't been told yet. I'd have you on the VIP list, Jane.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you.
I have no say in it, so it's kind of a hollow gesture, but you'd be up there for me. You and Albie could both come.
Thank you very much.
Unless you want to have some time on your own. Then I can just tell them sorry, nothing I can do about it. Announcers only. Oh, that one almost got away from Tilken. It kind of did get away, but hit Usitalo. We're going to get Albie on the mic, though. Oh, my. Ansi Casalmi just kind of launched that one, trying to throw a long outlet pass and drifted it way up into the mesh. So Rod Squire Jr. will pass it ahead. Great to see Rod Squire back out. Another player's been around for a while. Such a good D transition. You can play him forward if you want. Nice pass behind the back, rip there from Dylan Martin. Pass ahead to Skylar Thomas, or to Yimi Veer, and Thomas was coming back playing defense. Now Thomas tries to rip one length of the floor, does so. Oh, a little rush from Wayne Van Every after he made that catch. Saw the defender coming, shot from his knees. This is a track meet. Reitala scores! It's a 1-goal game, and Robert Reitala is showing that the Titans can be dangerous as well.
Right, they've really come back. Van Avery was also hoping for that quick turnover again, just waiting. Didn't come off and was just waiting for another chance at his shot against Usitalo. But the Titans get one back instead, and Titans shooting really well now, and they've upped their pace.
3 goals for Reitala. Riddick has the other 2. Skylar Thomas with a couple for the Maulers, and now it's Brian Rice joining the scoring cavalcade, making it 7-5, and that's a huge response.
Didn't quite catch who that was. Oh, lovely seal, and just well placed.
Yeah, it was Brian Rice with the goal.
Oh, it was Rice with
Yeah,
the
number
goal.
13. That shot bounces off Usatala, but Wayne Van Everett is there. Wiz, as they call him, flips it out to Wes Whitlow. Whitlow has some space, flings it far side. It's tipped aside by Henrik Harala, but bounces out. And a chance ripping it behind the back was Dylan Martin. Swantowska on the run, pulled up, hands it to Reithle. He's proved himself so dangerous so many times. He is firing on all cylinders today. Goes to Jokela. Jokela loves to shoot coming across the top, but they seem to be aware of that because they're all over him. Tristan Garlow, some good defense. Adam Bomberry just lobs it ahead to Aaron Sky. Nice catch. Garlow's going to just run some interference. The Sky tries to bounce one home, but Usatala with the stop. We're to the final 2 minutes. 1:37 to go. It is stop time now. Aaron Sky, was he in the crease? Yeah, they're yelling through the crease, and I think they're right. I think Sky was standing with 1 foot in the crease. That should be Titans' ball. Garlow has it. He got 15 left on the shot clock. He'll drive to the net. Save Usatalo. Nice defensive work by Viti Ilioya.
That's a lovely twister.
But eventually it wears down, and the Maulers get one more goal. This one from Galiwanolo Squire.
Yeah, Maulers been all over these loose balls, and chance after chance. They've had their shots, and that one, seeing the back of that net.
Oh, that's a nice twister.
Right.
Placing it right up in the top. We approach the final minute. Oh, diving attempt, it's good. Rope Jokela. He gets up and runs to the bench because he's thinking, running time, gotta go. But no, it is the final 2 minutes, you're okay. And Jokela's gonna go back for the defensive end of the face-off. And Robert Reitele out taking draws. I've not seen a lot of this from him, but he is looking pretty steady. Good clamp, but it pops out the other direction. Jasek is the first one there, and he'll flick it across to Rod Squire. Oh, it's actually turned over. Rasmus Tenho.
Got numbers here.
Oh, there was a chance. But it gets loose. Rod Squire, that's a nice little flip pass. Didn't try and push too far ahead that time. Brian Rice, another save, Usatalo. And that'll be Frogpond Maulers' ball, which is huge with 30 seconds to go. So they hold on to this 2-goal lead. What a game between the Titans and Maulers. There have been some really good Silver Group games earlier, but the things just kind of ramp up a little bit as we get into the Gold Group games. Final 10 seconds. Titans want to get one back. Joachim Miller behind the net. Dunk attempt, nice save, Brenner Jacobs. He was ready for the Reitele attempt. And it'll just be lobbed down the floor. Skylar Thomas runs out of time, flips it to the ref, and the final is 8-6. An entertaining game. That early start for the Maulers carries them, and a bit of a slow start for the Titans hurts them.
I was about to say they did crawl back, but you know, these are shorter games, and you know, they do have to adjust. And I thought that at the end, you know, they did have a couple of possessions, they had a couple of chances maybe, but Maulers coming up top this one, so that's one down for them. And
yeah, you can find all the information, the schedule, the stats, the scores at ahmemorial.cz. You can see where everyone plays. There are 4 groups of 3 in each of the gold and silver divisions. And in the gold division, if you win your 2 group games, that's pretty much a direct ticket to the quarterfinals, which is huge. Yeah. Because you don't want to have to play that play-in game, which is against usually a very hungry team trying to fight up from the silver.
Right, and as you said, some very, very good new teams. Yes. You know, we don't really know what they're going to be like, but we know that they're strong just looking at rosters.
Nanaimo Timbermen
Yeah.
have a good club.
So those playing games might be difficult. We might see some movements here between gold and silver.
Yeah.
So every game is to play at this tournament already.
We'll take a break, and when we come back, it will be LC Custodes and German Shepherds in 15 minutes. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you soon.